Thank you for coming.
이렇게 아이스 브레이킹을 약간 콩글리처럼 해주시는 거구나.
이래야 제가 otherwise I cannot speak in English. I cannot start. I know you're very busy. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm so excited because, as I said, we believe Medione represents new generation,
Oh, thank you very much.
especially in the checkup and radiology department. As you know, checkup is our main medical service we provide to the U.S. people. And what we found last fall is Western people, especially American, they have strong demand for MRI. All other scanning, but especially MRI. So, I filled out the inquiries questionnaire of your website, but I couldn't get response from Medione for a while. So I was a bit disappointed, but I said, okay, let's keep looking. But finally, I received your call early December last year, and I was so happy. And now we started referring our customers to Medione. And here today, we sat together and talk about, and we have time to learn more about Medione and you. I'm so happy.
Thank you for good words. Actually, I didn't know that there were high demand on MRI scan in the States because in Korea, it's really easy to get an MRI scan if you have symptom or without symptoms. So we thought that, isn't it easy to get an MRI scan if you pay for it? Oh, we thought that, but in States or in Canada, it's really hard to get an appointment before to get an MRI scan.
Right.
I heard that. So that would be our strong point, to provide proper MRI scan and do the further evaluation after the MRI scan, and to make the proper MRI scan and the report to get a proper diagnosis and proper treatment at their own country. So I was really excited to get an opportunity to give these services to the people who want this service.
Yeah. So you already made so many important points. So I mean, there are so many things we have to talk about. But before getting to the details, let's. Would you introduce Medione, like overall the Medione? Yeah.
Okay. I opened my own clinic about 1 year and a half, less than half years ago. But I have preparing this project from building our own building at Hongdae area. So it took me about 6 or 7 years to prepare this project. It was really huge project. I have studied for a long time to get a proper site and proper building and proper equipment and proper services protocols. So actually for me, Medione is my life and it's my future, so it's my everything. So but I'm learning a lot after I started my business, because every day is different. Every day I found something different and I learned different things. So every day I think I am improving. So I can feel it. So it's really good part of being a part of the Medione.
I couldn't imagine you started planning Medione like 6 years ago because the reason I said so Himedi has a very strong view on the industry. So the industry is changing so fast, and there are new markets, global markets out there, and what the global patients are looking for is very new to the Koreans. So while watching the trend, we build our own view from our perspective. So Medione meets the needs of the customers. I mean, international customers. And the international customer Himedi is serving is mainly United States. They are coming from United States. And this market is very new to Korea, but Medione is perfectly meeting their needs. So
Yeah.
maybe I just I quickly make a few points. First of all, Checkup Center plus Radiology,
Clinic, yeah.
and then located in Hongdae.
Yes.
And then not everyone speaks in English, but the medical doctors and key staff, they speak in English.
Yes.
So in this situation, I call the clinics English native, because English native means those clinics doesn't need external or like dedicated interpreter. So how come did you plan? Have you seen the future? Because 6 years ago, it was like it's 2020, and the coronavirus just took place.
Yes.
I remember that moment very clearly,
Clearly?
because our business faced very difficult situation.
Yeah. Actually, I googled Himedi and I searched in the YouTube channel Himedi. There was a Himedi Islam, Himedi Middle East. I don't remember,
Right.
but there are like 5 years ago. You started Himedi about 5 years ago, right?
So it was before pandemic, and
Yeah.
compared to the medical tourism industry before pandemic, if I compare it to the current status, it's totally different.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel in my skin too, because like these days, people come to Korea just for getting a medical tour.
Yeah.
Actually, last week there was a Turkish like old lady who came just to Korea for getting an MRI scan and check up their cervical spine health. So I was really shocked. A bunch of family came Korea for the old lady to get her proper exam and treatment. So I was really shocked. Oh, this is our era. This is Korea's era, because everyone knows Korea and everyone knows that our industry is really high quality, and every part of the countries knows that Koreans are obsessed with details, and they are really detailed people, and they made detailed diagnosis or detailed like conclusions. So our powers is globally well known.
Yeah.
And beside that, our Korean our Korean dollars is really cheap.
It's a secret. Anyway.
So we had our strength point. Oh, so this might be the game changer of our industry and our future generations industry, because Korean's medical environment, medical industry was really, actually, is really unusual comparing to the foreign country, because in Korea we have our government insurance. So every hospital has really high quality equipment, high quality treatment. But beside that, we are really struggling because of the really competitive environment, because most of the Korean clinics are owned by individuals, so they are private clinics. So it's really competitive environment. So all the medical services is really high leveled, upward leveled comparing to the other foreign countries. So, but besides of the high quality services, is really cheap because all the governments are handling for the service fee. So it's really hard for doctors to being a doctors in Korea but for the most of the people customers are really can have good services in cheap price. That's our key and unusual environment in medical industry environment. And this is one of the strengths points comparing to the States, comparing to the other countries, including China, including Europe and Canada, and for the Middle East too. Because in our clinics, lots of foreign people, not only from the States, lots of foreign people are coming here, and from the Russia, from the Germany, they come here to get their medical services, and they're really shocked for the high quality environment, high quality treatment, high quality radiology report. So I'm really proud of it, and I really think this is our next generation industry.
Right. I think the same way. I think medical industry, globalized medical industry of South Korea is, I believe, it's the second, the next semiconductor business.
You're right, semiconductor.
Because other country, so medical industry is very hard to catch up. It's the regulation, external environment, and talent, and education, and capital. It takes like
20 years.
20 years, 30 years to. So semiconductor is a business. It's very hard to catch up. So I'm really curious. Like 6 years ago, what happened? So what kind of hospital or checkup center or clinic have you envisioned?
Imagined?
What's different from the current Medione? So compared to when you imagined 6 years ago?
Actually, previously, I didn't imagine that globally our tourism, including medical tourism, would be not like this situation. I couldn't imagine this situation too. I didn't know that Kadeon come out. I didn't know the Netflix of Squid Game would be like this. But I knew that radiology center is really necessary for a Korean market because making a diagnosis by a radiology tool is necessary currently, because previously our older generation of our senior doctors made their diagnosis by physical exam to listening to the heart murmur, but currently all the doctors all diagnosis based on the radiology exam. So the all the medical decision, medical diagnosis is based on the radiology exams. So I knew that all our future medical services is targeted to the medical radiology exams. So I knew that getting a hardware of CT or MRI scan will be the game changer of the medical market. So I really wanted to make a radiology-based center because in Korea, radiologists is really few. Only 4,000 people are majoring in radiologist, and they're all like they do not own their own center. Very few people own their centers. All the clinics are owned by the internal medicine doctors or orthopedic doctors. So these radiologists is a little bit shy, not very economy driven people. So yeah, it's the one of the character of the radiologist specialist. They are really
So
shy.
in reality, the patients rarely
See
can
the
see radiologists. Yeah.
We actually I was too. I always diagnosed it between the monitor. I didn't meet the patient, but for me, I'm really like I'm detail obsessed person, so I make my report really precisely, and it's really take my times. I think it takes about double of time comparing to the other my colleague radiologist because I really have to triple check my report to make a final approval of my report. But I really enjoy talking to the patients about my reports, doing the ultrasound, and I'm really friendly person. So it's not like self compliment. I think I believe I'm very friendly person. I want to be nice. I want to be nice to my patient, and I want my patient to understand fully about their exam. So when I was in I used to work in the Seoul National University, and I was a professor at the Seoul National University Gangnam Center. So every time there was when patient had a claim for like little detail, I went there and I talked to the patient, customers about explaining the services. So I knew that I'm really friendly person. I can be the one. It's really my talent too. So I can make my own clinic to make the friendly services, friendly clinic. So I thought it would be my key strengths, and it was one of the driving point of making my own clinic.
So even 6 years ago, you already knew you are going to open a checkup center with radiology and
yes.
internal medicine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I understood that because I knew you worked for Seoul National University Gangnam Center. That means internal medicine is
Yeah.
I believe it's the same reason internal medicine is needed to do exam.
Yeah,
I mean, very
endoscope,
precise.
colonoscope.
Yeah. So I didn't know much about local Korean markets. I didn't know that, but I think you saw the future because let me talk about a little more about the medical tourism industry before pandemic and post pandemic. So before pandemic, the medical tourism market is more likely to treat the patients with serious conditions. It's not about
Health checkup.
diagnosis or prevention. So it's more likely after they get disease. Now South Korea is the destination for surgery or any like advanced treatments. But as time goes by, as you described, BTS or Squid Game, K-Daeon, I mean, the healthy people started recognizing South Korea is the destination, and the longevity trend, which is like I want to get aged naturally and healthy, with natural looking and very healthy. So more people thought, okay, rather than spend the money on curing or treating my disease, we have to spend my money in advance on preventing my health.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so after the pandemic, healthy people are coming to South Korea and get treatments. And one very famous is dermatology and plastic surgery and checkup and whitening. Whitening is not like 충치 치료. It's not like implant.
Like, yeah, beauty.
And vision correction. Yeah, it's a big. So from our perspective, dermatology is the has grown the fastest, and then Himedi team is trying to grow the checkup industry fast, and dental clinic and eye care,
eye care.
vision, yeah.
I had a smile LASIK too. After I gave birth to my son, because my son he get rid of my glasses, so I couldn't stand.
Right.
So it's one of my best thing
Yeah.
I've done after
Yeah.
my getting a smile LASIK. It's
Right.
really convenient.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I mean, so the rest of points like Hongdae and English speaking step and
High equipped.
you already the latest equipment you already and artwork and the painting. So you already knew that you're going to prepare that those the artwork, interior and
Yes.
location. Yeah.
Actually, I'm an art collector too. I've been collecting after the pandemic because the art market gets high. So I went to the arts tourist too. So is the most important artwork for me is my clinic, but I put one of my favorite artwork in my clinic to make the journey beauty
Right.
of the patient. So actually, I didn't knew that it would be like this environment globally, but I think I knew that when I was in the Seoul National University Gangnam Center, there are lots of people from not from the state actually, from the Russian or surrounding countries like Uzbekistan, but the really powerful people came here Korea to get the medical checkup. But did you know that medical checkup words is only existing in Korea and Japan?
Now, even international people are familiar with this concept, getting familiar with the concept, but I knew that the checkup center exists in South Korea and Japan, maybe in Taiwan, but those very Asian countries with very healthy medical system only, they have those checkup centers, but not other countries.
Yeah, because I think I was really questioning myself what would be the reason, because in the States there are lots of people there are really wealthy people there, and they would spend billions of dollars getting themselves healthy, but why are there a healthy checkup center? But I think it's one of the atmosphere comparing to the center, comparing to the foreign country and ours, because in Korea, not wealthy people get the health checkup annually because of the the company is providing
Right.
and the government is providing. So in Korea, it's really the government's insurance is all covering the major cancer. So it's really common for us to get a screening test. But I think it's really different atmosphere in the States or other countries.
Right.
I think it's really bizarre concept of getting a early detection of the
Yeah.
diseases. But it's really important because in these days, I think we are on the point of overcoming the cancer because our medical technique, medical equipment is really high qualified. So every exam can detect early cancer. So in early cancer, we can 100% cure
Right.
all the diseases. So I think we can prevent the cancer. Making a polypectomy at the colonoscope is preventing the cancer. Previously, there was no way to prevent cancer because cancer is one of the partner of getting aging. But these days, we can cure it and we can prevent it. So in these days, we are on the point of getting overcoming the cancer, and I think the next process will be overcoming the metabolic diseases, including like diabetes, hypertension, and hypercholesteremia, and disease induced by these three metabolic diseases, including like stroke or cardiac arrest, everything, and people would live for about 120.
So when I first started Himedi, I was surprised that South Korea's cancer survival rate is higher than Americans.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I think that's mainly due to the as you said, the checkup centers and national health insurance and the corporates. They sponsor their employees to get health checkups. So you talked about U.S. people and other countries. They are very new to the concept of the comprehensive health checkup. So that is one of the main reasons why we suggest you to come up with the whole body MRI plus checkup.
Ah, yes.
So in the United States, it's very hard to find the checkup center, meaning that there are many equipment in a single building. It's very hard to find. But after the pandemic, whole body MRI concept just was rising and getting popular. So
In the States.
in the United States, so the U.S. people. So what happened in 2020 is the life expectancy, how long they live, actually was increasing. I mean, longer and longer, but their healthy span,
Yeah.
which means how long they can live healthy, got shorter in the United States. So they for American it was shame because they are the most advanced countries.
Yeah.
So the prevention and the longevity trend, one of the things we could find is they were trying to understand their bodies. So in terms qualitatively and quantitatively, but they don't have the whole comprehensive health checkup centers. So they started using MRI machine. And as you said, MRI is very effective to detect, and especially it can also detect early cancer as well, depending on the body part. So from for Himedi, it's very effective way to start talking about Korean checkup. So whole body MRI flow checkup. So the second question I wanted to ask you is, can you introduce the whole body MRI, Medione's whole body MRI checkup?
Yes.
We plan together. So, and you already provide the check package to probably many international customers. So, would you introduce the package?
Actually, the concept of whole body MRI was, I think, the first moment I heard about whole body MRI was about 6 years ago. That days there was no AI powered machine MRI machines about 6 years ago, so it would take about an hour to get a whole body MRI scan, and it was just a coronal image, T2 images of the body part. So all the radiologists laugh about whole body MRI scan because, oh, is it just an exam to check, where is the cyst in your body, which means doesn't have any clinical significance. But these days, there are really many ways to make the MRI protocol shorten. So I made my own MRI protocol by myself after high demands of the foreign peoples. But to make the diagnosis proper, I all put together the whole sequence to make a proper diagnosis. I think it will be the first MRI scan in our country.
Right.
Yes,
I know
because
that.
because I can hardly say it because I went to various other health checkup center and I did the MRI scan. I work with lots of international MRI vendor like GMS or GE, and I made the protocol, ultra fast protocol with GMS at the Yonsei University Hospital by myself to make a really ultra fast protocol for the all body parts. So my images went to the KCR, is the Korean concierge of the radiologist, and our center image was shown at the society and was really a brand new images. So after getting a proper protocol of the ultra fast protocol, I could make the proper whole body MRI because the MRI got faster, powered by AI. But before that, whole body MRI was half of the whole body MRI because it couldn't make the proper diagnosis. It just show where's the liver, where's the kidney. It's just show the organ is okay or the big anomaly was there. But our goal of the MRI scan is to detect early cancer or to early diagnose the diseases. But it takes lots of times to get a proper sequences of the MRI scan. People should know that MRI scan is not all same MRI. MRI scan is really detailed and they need lots of sequences to make a proper diagnosis. For the example, for the liver MRI, it has 20 sequences. But if people think I got a liver MRI, they just think one scan, like a CT scan, but it's not that. We use Dixon protocol, T1, T2, fast set every single protocols to make a proper diagnosis, but they don't use any these protocols for the health checkup center because it takes times. Every health checkup center, most of the health checkup center is not owned by radiologists. So all the exams are based on efficiency and the volume of the scan. So they need fast exam and fast turnover of the people. But for me, I all diagnosis by myself, and I need my sequences to make a proper diagnosis. So, I think this is like brand new whole MRI concept in Korea, and I believe in this stage too because my MRI machine is really high quality. It's like
Well,
it's so
I know I'm confidently say Medione's whole body MRI service is currently the world best.
yeah. I mean, it's so true.
World best. I mean, to be honest, to be honest.
It's like self compliment, but I think so too.
I mean, that's why I was so excited for today's session. So, because we keep studying, we keep comparing, and so actually, I wanted to talk about a little more about whole body MRI from radiologist perspective, but customer's perspective, but at least customer's perspective, we keep studying, experience the United. So there are the whole body MRI. The most famous player is called Preventive in the United States, and customer's perspective, at Medione, the patient can interact with you. That's huge value. Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah. So basically, as we talked about, the patients rarely sees the radiologist.
Right.
And then I told you our U.S. team will go on a business trip to South Korea next week, and one of the maknae, the most junior guy, is his name. He will edit this film, this video
Really?
clip. His name is Gabe. His parents was our investor at the same time Himedi's customer. So they went to the other checkup center before we partner and in Korea, and they also tried to experience the Preventive in the United States for Himedi because their son is working for Himedi.
Yes.
So after I had a meeting with you, it was January. I directly reached out to. So at the time, I didn't want. So we partnered up last December, and in January, I was thought about how we launch Medione and Medione's whole body MRI, but I didn't want to do like discount promotion first. So I wanted to emphasize the quality, but I don't know much about it. So it was January 10th. So I reached out to Jenny and Domingo. They are our team members' parents, because I knew that they went to Preventive and they wanted to compare our service to U.S. Americans. And they said, what happened is there was no on-site radiologist, of course, at Preventive, and the Domingo, after got scanned, the next day, somebody called Domingo, and she said they found something abnormal, but she was not radiologist who made a call, and so what she can told Domingo is just they found something abnormal. So after that, Domingo
Was so
got
worried.
scared. Yeah, so worried. And then she just recommended him to go to another clinic and to see another radiologist.
Oh.
So their goal was to refer the patient to the more like detailed, dedicated scanning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think it was like we communicated with each other through KakaoTalk, but I learned what's different from Medione's packaging, and I realized the patient and Medione can like have brief like consultation session before scan and after scan.
After scan.
So I mean, if you think you need it, you suggest
Yes.
another like test
Yeah.
or like a bit customize it. So that gives the patient a huge peace of mind, save a lot of time and cost. So I was very confident about it. Then I started writing blog.
Oh.
So that's what happened in January. If you remember that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so before going to do the comparison from radiologist perspective, so do you have anything to add? Like I described from customer's perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great value, peace of mind.
So I will talk first of the radiology point because I'm the radiologist. But I can say that every radiologist does not like whole body MRI. It's really hard to interpret because whole body is there, like including the brain parenchyma, vessels, and cervical spine, abdominal is all separated. For the radiologists, they have all their specialty, and some people wants to do their specialty exam, so it's really hard for the big center to interpret because one radiologist just want to do the brain MRI scan report, and one just want to do the abdominal MRI report. So it really takes times to make a full diagnosis. And there are few miscommunication if something goes wrong with the whole getting put it through all the reports. There could be misconception of the report. But for me, I all do the MRI report by myself, and I write it down as for the doctors and for the patient. I all made my reports, so it takes about 3 hours to make a full MRI report for me. But I just briefly say to the patient after the MRI scan but give me some time to make a proper diagnosis. But it's really hard for me, hard for radiologists to make a full report of their MRI scan because I know that it costs fortune to get a full whole body MRI. People cannot do one more time. So I want to make sure they get proper report to get to their doctor or get to the procedure.
Yes.
So I want to make all the proper report, not to be shamed by my colleague doctors. So all the report is signed by me, so I don't really want to be embarrassed. So it's really hard for me, but I'm really feel really pleasure to give some proper treatment for people. And when they say it really helped, I feel really I feel my life too there. And for the patient's view, last week, my Turkish old lady, because I talk about my Turkish old lady because she was one of the severe cases in our center because she had a liver cirrhosis at the whole MRI and she had a thyroid cancer. And so I told her directly after the MRI scan, you should do the blood test to make proper. She had never heard of her liver cirrhosis, so I told her how severe it was and told their son she needs to do the biopsy of the thyroid mass because it was really huge, compressing her trachea. So for a patient, it's really convenient to have an old diagnosis there because I do the thyroid biopsy too.
So, I mean, going forward, I believe more Korean radiology clinic or checkup center will try to catch up. I mean, try to introduce whole body MRI because 그 소문이 진짜 빨라서 rumor goes very fast. So and many of checkup centers wants to attract more international patients these days. So, but previously there is reason why the Korean radiologists, hesitate to introduce whole body MRI. Or maybe because the lack of technology, or maybe more economical reason. For example, National Health Insurance, 국민건강보험. The checkup, if we look into the checkup package backed by National Health Insurance, the exam composition is like very consists of very essential tests only, blood test, like very essential and blood. Economically makes sense. Right. So it should be very affordable because it's for everyone, every local Korean. So why do you think Korean radiologists hesitate to introduce whole body MRI?
Because it's hard to interpret. It's hard to interpret. And the MRI scan, I say it's really easy to make just whole body MRI because we just need to scan all the body parts. It will be just quick. It could be 5 minutes to do the whole body MRI. But for the interpret, to make it MRI, proper MRI, to interpret is hard because is our license on that because we have to make a proper diagnosis. So we need our sequences. But just for whole body MRI, for the point of if economical view, they just scan all the body part and interpret it. Then the radiologist said, how can we interpret it without lack of these sequences? They say there are gap between the owner's view and the radiologist view. The radiologist takes time to make a proper diagnosis, but the owner's view, they need more patients to do the MRI scan and it should be shorter time to make many people to get the exams. So there are gap between. But my equipment, my beta equipment, I'm on the Siemens partnerships, so I use multiple WIP imaging sequences with the partnership with Siemens. So my equipment is really fastly driven because of the powered AI. So it can make it faster and make a proper sequences to make me diagnosis. So between the gap, the proper images to interpret and faster time to make it economical view. So I'm on the middle, and I think in the future every center can be in between the gap. But nowadays, the lack of equipment, lack of technique, lack of radiologist's opinion. I think these days lots of centers cannot do the whole body MRI.
So you are setting the standard now actually in the market. I mean,
yes, maybe.
because I know how fast the industry is changing, and so because we are talking to each other, like two of us, it might feel like this is secret, but from my experience, if this is successful, it goes very fast.
Yeah. Right.
So my second question is, so you have a plan to introduce the second MRI machine?
Yeah. Right.
And if you open the branch number 2, so are you confident about providing the same quality and basically you said your approach is harmonized between economical reason and technical thing. So do you think you can repeat it?
Of course. My second equipment is also Siemens, but I made a homework for Siemens to make a proper same technique as our Vita machine. So I have signed for the high 담요가 영어로 blanket
yeah.
coil. It's really huge coil for patients to cover all the whole body part. So I signed it just for the whole body MRI. So I made it clear that I want to do the whole body MRI to Siemens, and Siemens is working on it. And Siemens is really thrilled about the whole body MRI concept too, because I said it's the new era of health checkup.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a little bit of big voice to the Siemens right now because I'm. It's really hard to repeat myself, compliment things, but I'm.
This is where you are welcome to do.
It's about self PR, right?
Yeah, this is the place.
Yeah, this is just for the self PR. So I am really self-PRing to the Siemens too, that I'm making the change of game-changing equipment and protocol right now in Korea. So it will be like game changer to the global market too. So I'm like emphasizing my center to the Siemens Germany too. So they signed up the WIP, multiple WIP images too. So they think our center has a value. So it will be more easy to make a proper MRI scan with the double of our MRI equipment. And I'm planning to make a third one. And GE from the United States, GE Healthcare is digging for the third MRI machine.
So far, so I assumed Himedi referred one patient to Medione, and I talked about the value the one patient can take. But the reason why I feel comfortable when we refer multiple customers to Medione at once. I mean, so you provide radiology outpatient service, and that means you can do the scan for a specific body part.
Yes.
Meaning that you can change the protocols often.
Of course.
Yeah.
And for that, previously there was one of the patients I think Himedi sent us about the vestibular neuritis patient.
I remember.
Yeah, she had a dizziness here and she got some full ear fullnesses. So we made it the IAC protocol. It's really thin protocol with high technique. With the contrast media, we should reconstruction all the IAC canal. So it's really hard to do that. But we have hundreds of cases of IAC MRI. So we are really talented of making a specific exam. We also do the brachial plexus MRI, which is, I think about 10 centers do the brachial plexus MRI in Korea, or besides Seoul National University and University Hospital. So I think it will be first center to do the brachioplexus MRI in the local clinic, our centers. So
I mean, we are very Himedi team can be very confident and very, to be honest, comfortable because whatever case is.
Yeah, you're right.
So, and there are strong demand for very targeted MRIs. So, if I simplify, simply saying, more expats in Korea, they are looking for targeted MRIs because they might have some symptoms and need to double check. But those American in the United States, they want more comprehensive and holistic things. So that they are looking for more like whole body MRI and checkup. And the reason why I wanted to talk about how many times you can change the protocol in the morning and in the afternoon, because most of checkup centers, they don't change the protocols.
Real time.
Real time.
Yeah, real time.
So why then? So I don't want to share the name publicly, but one of the major screening centers, they provide only brain and spine in the morning, and they said they don't want to change the protocol because probably there are stronger demand for brain and spine, and many of health checkup package includes it. So, do you think they make sense? And if they can change the protocol in real time, I mean theoretically they can provide
Yes,
almost
of course.
any
Of course.
protocols.
Yeah, of course. So it's I think it's the economic issue that they say they cannot change the protocol because
Right.
the protocol is decided by the radiologist, but the radiologist does not. I think those kind of centers, radiologist is not own house, maybe. Just in theory, maybe there are no on-house radiologists or lack of the radiologist on-house. So, but for me, MRI room is just 3 or 4 steps from my room. So if I watch the MRI scan on the ongoing MRI images and I found something, I run to the MRI room and put this sequences too, and our technicians make a additional protocol, and sometimes they screen and they call me, there are lesion here, so we do the enhancement ongoing the MRI scan, and I told parents on the MRI scan, you had a tumor here, so you need to do the enhancement study. So they just do on the MRI machine to make a line in the MRI machine. So for me, I think is one of our strengths point to real-time adjustment of the sequences and protocols, because I run the place and I love the place.
Right. I can feel that. So you know what? So after Himedi teams were given the chance to educate our potential customers in everything we just talked about, like quality from patient view and technical technical quality from radiologist view, then I want to emphasize the price. Because it's, even if without the price discount, it's already half compared to the United States.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sad. It's really sad. I think it's because of our Korean one is really low right now because of the war.
But, so, you are located in Hongdae, so I believe not just salary, but also the rent is very high.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. Right after I came out from the exit number 3 or Hongdae Hapjeong Station,
just in front of the
right on the side there is.
It's 100 meter from the station exit.
Yeah. So yeah, so then I wanted to talk about the price. So that's why it's so popular. And okay, so regarding radiology and MRI, the last question is please um, explain where the South Korea's radiology is, the level of their competitiveness.
Comparing to the global
Yeah,
level,
yeah.
I-
Where is South Korea's
I think in the
Yeah.
top 10.
top 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe top 5 because Beta AI scan is my center was one of the fastest version of the Beta MRI. Siemens is top tier MRI vendor, so it's just one for I think the first equipment company in the globally, but I had various demo images from the Europe or States or globally, but comparing to the global imagings, Korea was really qualified, high resolution, high SNL level, because all the technician, all the radiologists are based on the high upwarded level of the view. So Korean MRI is really high quality comparing to the global market. I think it's top 5.
So I mean, I got your point because we have a chance to look into different departments. As I said, like eye care, dental,
Dermatology, yeah.
So if there are global number one brand like device manufacturer like Siemens or I know Philips and GE they are also very active here. No?
Actually, previously, Philips was one of the major equipment company, but these days Philips are getting lower because AI technique was slow.
Yeah.
So the game changer of this market is AI, and the Siemens and GE is better than the Philips.
So if we learn which company is number one global manufacturer and which country they are paying attention to, so then I realized South Korea is very advanced in this area.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
first question was Siemens because I made my MRI scan competition of Siemens and GE Healthcare is the German company and the States company.
Siemens is German.
Yeah, German. And all the vendors were obsessed about getting an MRI equipment in our clinic because of the point of future. But GE couldn't beat the Siemens because their technical history was way
So
high.
very interestingly, before we begin on this podcast, I talked about dental and vision correction. Himedi is our main market is the United States, but so for vision correction, Zeiss, another German
Yeah,
manufacturer.
I know. I got my
Yeah.
small logic for the.
Yeah. They
Like,
believe South Korea is number one, and the dental clinic currently premium laminate is very popular for American and in South Korea, and the very historic, famous laminate material manufacturer from Germany.
Yeah.
They think South Korea is number one,
Yeah.
or at least one of top 3. So.
Yeah.
Working with Korean hospital, the manufacturers are German, and we are going to the United States. It's exactly the same. So I totally agree to your point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 성공의 방정식.
Success formula.
Yeah, success formula. Siemens manufacturer, Korean market.
The same. Because South Korea is very skilled. Koreans are skilled, well educated, very
Technicians.
diligent, and technically, adopting new technology fast.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are really fast and we are really hardworking.
Yeah, and we South Koreans
Really
self-complimentary, learning fast and see many patients and learn fast, and even due to the AI, it's just the same. AI help them, the Korean, the doctors to improve their skills.
Yeah, right. So it's like self-complimenting time.
Anyway, so the last part today, we want to know more about you and what you are pursuing, Bellu. So first question is, even like 1 years later or 3 years later, what you will never change in Medione Medical Center? What value or what practice you don't want to change?
I'm not a goody person, but I want to stand aside of patient because if I don't talk to the patient, I would just look at the patient information through monitor and make it a just technical diagnosis and just make a economic value report. But if I stand next to a patient and if I talk to patient, if I feel the patient's response, making a diagnosis, I cannot just diagnose the cancer directly. I one more check, triple check all the diagnosis I made it, and see the easier way to get their treatment or make it a proper explanation of what they are getting through. And actually, a month ago, of one young lady from the Alaska, she came here to do the health checkup, and she had a large ovarian uterus mass. So I called the university hospital by myself, but she didn't have any insurance in Korea. She was foreigner from Alaska, so I made to the global
Healthcare center?
global center of the university hospital
Yeah.
to book the surgical plan. So she came here and without went back to Alaska without her tumor. I made it within a few weeks. So with this experience of helping people in Korea, helping people in the foreign country, it makes me to love my job more. So I want to stuck on this point. I want to love my job. I want to love the things I do. I want to love the way I treat my patients.
So do you think you are a 완벽주의자, perfectionist?
On the point of doing my job, I'm a little bit of perfectionist, but I can feel that I'm losing a little bit in my personal life because my cervical spine and my muscles are getting tightened, and I always take my pills to make a pain.
So why our team enjoyed your SNS content, and I saw the dilemma. I think you are obsessed with patient and the quality of exams, but at the same time you are the CEO. You have many staff, and I know there is dilemma. And what made you decide to hire the? I mean, I think I heard you have a plan to hire another radiologist.
He's right here. He's
So when
yeah.
you hired?
Oh, in the March.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's
what
on-
made you? I think it was a big decision, no?
Yeah, it was because all the reports is like my final reports are me and making another staff of radiologist is giving my name to another
Right.
person. But he is really talented. He
Yeah.
works for the Seoul National University too. So he is a co-professor in the Seoul National University. So I thought that it would be because to grow for me is to
Yeah.
make a little difference of what I do. Because I was obsessed in doing my job. I couldn't care side stuffs like making a hospital more convenient. So but I want to make sure all the reports are on proper. So I all double check these before I think it's okay. So I all double check it. So but for me, it's really tough for me to do all the doctor's part and do all the CEO part and back to my home. I'm the mother.
Yeah.
And I'm a wife, so it's really hard to manage all the stuffs. But I'm young, so I am.
But I talked about Medione represent the new generation and your generation changing the industry from my perspective. And there is the ownership. So there are 4 criteria in terms of customer experience when we try to choose a partner and suggest a partnership. One of 4, probably the most important thing is the ownership of international patients experience. That ownership is the most important criteria. So these days we are trying to reach out to the similar kind of the hospital and clinics. So most cases young doctors and they are owners and chief directors, but they are trying to create new things.
Yeah, right.
But still I think there might be the dilemma between you should generate profit.
Yes.
But at the same time you're a doctor. You have 그 맹세, ethically.
Yeah, Hippocrates.
Yeah. And I know this is Medione is not big like Seoul National University, but still it's a huge clinic, and I know you invest in it a lot. It's a large capital. So
It's all that.
So have you faced that dilemma? And so between generating more revenue, but there could be trade-off between customer experience or medical judgment and money. You are the CEO, right? So
You see, the most good part of being a doctor is there are matching point of getting a profit and being a good doctor. I never gave my ethics or I never choose money beside patient, but I can make the profit because I do proper exam.
right. I mean, that sequence. So customer goes first, then money follows.
Yeah.
It's very simple, but not everyone, can execute in the way. So so when our team talks about the ownership is we are looking for those chief directors who understand if customer satisfies, if customer get cured or get precisely diagnosis, then we can make money. So that's
Yes,
our
I think
motto.
so. I think so too.
Yeah.
Because if the patient, I diagnose some diseases, I can more like today I'm find the aneurysm at the brain MRI scan. So I made a CT angiography. So it will take about 30만 원 정도 더 내야 됐었는데 it's another profit for me too. But I made a proper decision and I made a proper diagnosis and I made a proper diagnosis treatment plan to the patient. So it's on the same line.
Right.
It's really good things to being a doctor who sees the patient without just beauty doctor or because there are same lines to make a profit and do the good things to the patient. I believe in that. I have never given my ethics to beside that. But there are a few things I'm struggling for too because for me as I run the place, I need to make a fast diagnosis, but it's not me to make a fast diagnosis. So it's really hard to me to get me adjust to the fast diagnosis because I don't do fast diagnosis. But time goes, I make a little bit of fast, but I do much of overtime works to follow up my ethics and my me diagnosis way. So I want the adjustment of getting a between to make it a outpatient clinic and me as a really obsessed doctor diagnosis.
I can tell you are happier as a chief director or as a owner doctor because you can follow your code when you want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you look happier. Okay, so this is the last request. So when Himedi team sees the international patients, some of them have fears when they come to our new country. I mean, not their home country, and they are trying to use medical service.
Yeah, right.
They have fear. So please, those who have fear for considering Medione, so please, anything if you can tell them, this is the time. Yeah.
This
What
is
do you
the
want
fear
to tell those
who fears
patients who have fear but consider Medione's medical service?
I totally understand the fear of getting my whole body to foreign countries clinics or because you don't know the clinics. You have some of the patient would be the first time of being in Korea.
Right.
But in Korea, I can hardly say it's the most safe place in the world because all people are obsessed about the patient's safety and all procedures are guided by the government. So there are no single steps we do not control. So all the patients, even though even for the plastic surgery, we have a camera, and
right.
it's all is by the government's law. There should be the cameras. So this is Korea. We have a camera in the surgery room. I think it's so really unique country who do the all steps controlled by government, all steps controlled by the rules. So I think it's really most safe place in the global place, even comparing to your own country's hospitals. So, and I want to make sure that Koreans are really detailed, obsessive persons. So
Especially you.
no, all the Koreans, because
Right.
you know, people think that Japan is really polite country, and people think that Japan's products are really reliable. It's the country's images.
Right.
I think the country's value, country images is based on that. The country's brand image, country's brand image is really important for every industry. And I think the Korea's brand image is re-establishing these days, because previously ours like a minor version of China or a minor version of Japan. But these days we create our new values. So we established semiconductor industry within 50 years. This is really high-tech techniques, and we all established within the 50 days after war.
Right.
This is Korea, and, and this is us, and we are all detailed, obsessed person, and all high-level person, and all the good students, high recorded students are going to the medical school in Korea. First to 10th, all going to the medical school. So if you don't trust Korea, don't trust. You cannot trust anything.
I know the smartest high school students, they don't go computer science of Seoul National University, but just go to medical school. Yeah.
So it's like a concept compliment, but I believe so too. I really believe it.
Yeah.
So
Me too. That's why we are doing this business. And thank you for your time. I was really happy because I feel like for me, I thought we discovered you because you are not a big hospital. Like only 1.5 years ago you opened, and I really want to talk about not the price side but quality of our new package, whole body MRI plus checkup. And I believe not just our audience but our team will listen to why 서동교 reached out to Medione and wanted to partner with you. So thank you, and let's plan the second episode. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for inviting
감사합니다.
me. 감사합니다.